Right then, listen up. Cheese. It's not just something you slap on a burger and call it a day. Cheese is one of the world's most beloved foods, and every country has its own unique varieties that tell a story of tradition, passion, and honestly, bloody hard work. From the softest, creamiest brie to the sharpest, most pungent blue, cheese is an art form. It's a craft that has been perfected over thousands of years, and if you don't respect that, you can get out of my kitchen. Or, well, just click off this video, you donut. But if you're serious about food, you'll stick around. Today, we're not messing about with plastic-wrapped rubbish from the supermarket. We are going on a proper global tour, a culinary journey to explore the real deal. I'm going to show you 7 must-try cheeses from around the globe that will completely change the way you think about this incredible food. We'll dive into their history, how they're made, and most importantly, how to properly taste and appreciate them. This isn't just about eating, it's about understanding what's on your plate. So, get your notepads out, because this is a masterclass. We're going to cover everything from the rolling hills of France to the sun-drenched landscapes of Greece. By the end of this, you won't just be a cheese lover, you'll be a cheese connoisseur, armed with the knowledge to impress anyone. Let's get started. No excuses, no shortcuts. Let's cook. Or in this case, let's taste. Let's go. First up, brie, and I'm not talking about that bland, chalky wheel you find in the discount bin. I'm talking about brie de Meaux, the queen of cheeses. This is a legend from the Île-de-France region, just east of Paris. It's a soft, ripened cheese made from raw cow's milk, and its history goes back centuries. The texture? It's absolutely sublime. It should be creamy, almost molten at room temperature, oozing with a rich, buttery flavor. The rind, that white, bloomy rind, is completely edible and adds a beautiful, earthy, mushroom-like note. Don't you dare cut it off. Making this cheese is a delicate process, a real labor of love. The cheesemakers hand-ladle the curd into molds, a step that is crucial for its signature creamy texture. It's then aged for at least 4 weeks, developing its complex flavors. When you taste a proper brie de Meaux, you're tasting history. It's got notes of fresh cream, toasted nuts, and a slight tang that just dances on the palate. Serve it with a crusty baguette, some fresh fruit, maybe a glass of champagne. Simple, elegant, and absolutely bloody beautiful. Don't mess it up. Now let's get serious. We're going to Italy for the undisputed king, Parmigiano Reggiano. Forget that pre-grated dust you call Parmesan. That stuff is an insult. Real Parmigiano Reggiano is a masterpiece of flavor and texture, a hard, granular cheese that has been made in the same way for nearly 1,000 years in a specific region of Italy. It's protected by law, a PDO, protected designation of origin product, which means if it's not from Parma, Reggio Emilia, Modena, or parts of Bologna and Mantua, it's a fraud. It's a fake. The flavor is just incredible. It's intensely savory, nutty, with hints of toasted almonds and a subtle, fruity sweetness that comes from the long aging process. A minimum of 12 months. But the best wheels are aged for 24, 36, or even 48 months. As it ages, it develops these tiny, crunchy crystals called tyrosine crystals, which are a sign of a well-matured cheese. They pop in your mouth, releasing a burst of concentrated flavor. Grate it over pasta, shave it onto a salad, or just break off a chunk and eat it with a drizzle of aged balsamic vinegar. It is perfection. Anything less is a compromise. On to Spain. We're talking about manchego, a cheese with a character as bold and passionate as the country it comes from. This isn't made from cow's milk. No. This is made from 100% whole milk from the Manchega breed of sheep, which graze in the arid but beautiful plains of La Mancha. You know, Don Quixote's territory. This cheese is firm, compact, with a distinctive herringbone pattern on the rind from the traditional grass molds it was once pressed in. It's got a story etched right onto its surface. The flavor profile changes dramatically with age. A young manchego, aged for just a couple of months, is mild, milky, and slightly grassy. But let it age for a year, what they call viejo, and it transforms. It becomes peppery, nutty, with a deep, lingering sweetness reminiscent of caramel and toasted walnuts. The texture becomes more granular, more crumbly. It's a robust cheese that can stand up to big flavors. Serve it the Spanish way, with some quince paste, Marcona almonds, and a glass of robust Spanish red wine. It's a transportive experience. Stunning. Cheddar. I know what you're thinking. A square, orange, plastic-wrapped slice. Get that image out of your head. Right now. We are talking about real, traditional, cloth-bound cheddar, born in the village of Cheddar in Somerset, England. This is one of the most popular cheeses in the world for a reason, but its true form is a world away from the mass-produced blocks. Proper cheddar is a hard cheese with a dense, crumbly texture and a flavor that ranges from mild and creamy to intensely sharp and complex. The key to great cheddar is the cheddaring process, where the curds are stacked and turned to expel whey, which develops the cheese's unique texture and acidity. Then it's aged, sometimes for years, wrapped in cloth to allow it to breathe. A mature cheddar will have a deep, tangy, almost earthy flavor, with those lovely little calcium lactate crystals that give it a satisfying crunch. It's versatile, yes, but it deserves respect. Melt it into the ultimate mac and cheese, pair it with a strong ale, or just enjoy a thick slice with a crisp apple. Now that's a proper cheddar. Now for the bold, the powerful, the one that separates the amateurs from the true food lovers. Roquefort. This is not a cheese for the faint of heart. It's a sheep's milk blue cheese from the south of France, and it is an absolute flavor bomb. It's famous for its striking blue-green veins, which are not mold in the way you think. They are Penicillium roqueforti, a fungus that grows in the natural caves of Roquefort-sur-Soulzon. The cheese must be aged in these specific caves to be called Roquefort. It's a law. The texture is moist and crumbly, and it practically melts in your mouth. The flavor is a symphony of contrasts. It starts with a sharp, tangy, almost metallic punch from the blue veins, which then gives way to a rich, creamy, and surprisingly sweet finish from the sheep's milk. It's complex, it's intense, and honestly, it's utterly addictive. The saltiness is pronounced, a result of the cheese-making process. The classic pairing is with a sweet dessert wine like Sauternes. The sweetness cuts through the salt and intensity, creating one of the most sublime flavor combinations known to man. Don't be scared of it. Embrace it. Let's move north to the Netherlands, the land of windmills, tulips, and Gouda. Now, Gouda is a cheese that suffers from a bad reputation, often seen as that mild, red-waxed wheel with no personality. Wrong. That's baby Gouda. Real, aged Gouda is a thing of beauty, a cheese that develops an astonishing depth of flavor over time. Made from cow's milk, it's a semi-hard cheese that becomes harder, darker, and more crystalline as it matures. A young Gouda is soft, mild, and springy. But when you let it age for a year, 2 years, or even 5, something magical happens. It develops a deep amber color and a firm, crumbly texture. The flavor transforms into a sweet butterscotch and caramel-like richness with a nutty, savory undertone. You'll find those same crunchy tyrosine crystals we found in the Parmigiano, a sign of a beautifully aged cheese. It's sweet, it's salty, it's crunchy. It's a dessert and a cheese all in one. Pair it with dark beer or a fruity red wine, or just nibble on its own. It's a revelation. Our final stop is Greece, for a cheese that is as iconic as the Acropolis, feta. True feta, PDO feta, is a brined curd cheese made from sheep's milk, or a mixture of sheep's and goat's milk. If it's made with cow's milk, it's not feta, it's a cheap imitation. The cheese is cured in a salt brine, which gives it its characteristic salty, tangy flavor and preserves it. This is a tradition that goes back thousands of years. It's even mentioned in Homer's Odyssey. The texture should be firm enough to crumble, but also creamy on the tongue. It shouldn't be dry and chalky. A good feta has a bright, tangy acidity, a pronounced saltiness, and a rich, milky finish with a hint of pepperiness from the sheep's milk. It's incredibly versatile. Crumble it over a classic Greek salad with ripe tomatoes, cucumbers, and kalamata olives. Bake it with olive oil and herbs until soft and creamy. Whip it into a delicious dip. It's the taste of the Mediterranean sun, the sea, and a rich, ancient culture, all in one salty, crumbly, delicious bite. So there you have it. 7 incredible cheeses. 7 stories from around the world. We've journeyed from the creamy heart of France to the salty shores of Greece. This is just the beginning, a small taste of the vast and delicious world of cheese. I've given you the knowledge, the foundation. Now the rest is up to you. Don't just walk past the cheese counter next time. Stop, look, ask questions, be adventurous and try something new. Step out of your comfort zone. I want to hear from you. Get down in the comments section and tell me what your favorite cheese is. Did I miss one of your go-to choices? Is there a local cheese from your part of the world that you think is absolutely brilliant? Let's get a proper discussion going. Share your passion, share your discoveries. Food is about community, and cheese is one of the best conversation starters there is. So get to it. Remember, cheese is more than just food. It's culture, it's history, and it's a craft. No matter where you're from, there's a cheese out there for everyone. So go on, explore, and find the one that speaks to you. Now get out of here and go eat some bloody good cheese. Well done.